The European Australian Business Council is an umbrella group that covers all the interests of organisations, businesses, governments, universities that have an interest in the promotion of European-Australian relationships. First world countries, at least, are interested in the transition from black to green, are interested in decarbonisation, and Denmark is quite obviously one of the countries at the forefront of that sort of thinking, and so whilst a lot of it may not be immediately applicable to Australia, which is a very different country, there are hopefully a lot of good insights. You started from a different angle because you started from the oil crisis 40-odd years ago, 45 years ago, and worked from the reliability of supply through towards a green objective. So it was a combination of reliability and sustainability. Australia, of course, starts from the other end of a range of countries in the world. We have coal, thermal coal, as our largest export, and it's very high quality. So that's got a clear practical implication that there are lots of jobs at stake, and we are not only self-sufficient, we export a great deal, and the same applies to gas. We're the world's largest supplier now. We've just surpassed Qatar. So the objectives might be similar, probably are similar, but the reality is that we start from a very different place. And of course, your starting point influences the journey that you take. But I thought many of the ideas about regulation, the ideas about efficiency, in other words, not simply about changing the mix of things, although that's important, but looking at the quantity, if you like, of energy and things that are consumed. I think a lot of those ideas, which Denmark is really pretty advanced, we can probably apply in Australia, although to be honest, it will take more time, much more time, because the political and economic imperatives are a little bit, not a little bit, substantially different between Australia and Denmark. Look, your wind industry is one of the world leaders. Your largest supplier of turbines and of wind energy products in general is already present in Australia and in quite a large way. So I'm sure, look, the journey is essentially the same journey in Australia as in Denmark, except that, as I indicated, answer to an earlier question, we start from a very different place. But nevertheless, given that we're broadly making the same journey, I think we should learn, and I think there is a desire to learn from places like Denmark, which are near the top of the world in terms of thinking about how this can be achieved.